In this video, we'll be looking at a first exercise where we're trying to determine what a regular expression could be to denote a specific language. So in previous videos, we were trying to find the language for the regular expression, right? So given a regular expression, we were trying to find L. Now, given L, we want to find a regular expression. There could be more than one, and there certainly is. We want to find at least one regular expression that denotes the language L. Okay, and so the first language that we're going to look at in this video is over the alphabet 0, 1, and it contains strings W, where W has as a substring 1, 0, 1. Okay, and so when it comes to regular expressions, you kind of have to think a bit differently when you want to create them so they accept, or not that they accept, see, I made a mistake there myself. A regular expression doesn't accept a string, it denotes a string. So you have to sort of think a bit differently when you're writing down the regular expression to denote a string. You have to think about how the general pattern, right? So you have to think about the general pattern of strings in L and how this pattern can be conveyed through regular expressions and their operations, right? So namely plus, the star, and the concatenation, okay? So consider any string in this language L, right? So suppose this is L, right? Then for any string in L, so suppose this one, you know that somewhere in that string, you're going to have the substring 1, 0, 1. And so what you need to do then, okay, what you need to do is you have to take the substring and you have to hard code it into your regular expression. Because no matter what the regular expression is, it has to have the pattern 1, 0, 1 in it, okay? Because once it has the 1, 0, 1 pattern in it, in the regular expression, that means that it's denoting strings that have the symbols or the letters 1, 0, 1, right? So the regular expression has to contain the pattern 1, 0, 1. And what can come before or after this pattern? Well, you simply don't care, right? So there could be stuff here and there could be stuff here, but in both cases, you don't care, right? It could be anything. And so, in fact, what you have to do then is you have to translate the could be anything into the equivalent regular expression pattern. So the equivalent pattern of could be anything, of, could be anything for a regular expression is, well, it's what? It's saying at any position, right? At every position of the string, that could be anything. I don't care what it is. It can be either 0 or 1, right? So here it can be either 0 or 1. Here it can be either 0 or 1. Here it can be either 0 or 1, right? So at each of its positions, the string that I don't care what its form looks like could either be a 0 or a 1, right? So I've kind of implicitly translated this plus operator into a logical or operator. And once I've established that, so I either have a 0 or 1 at one position, well, I don't care if it's a 0 or 1 at any position, right? So at every position, so the star operator conveys that when I apply the L of operator to this regular expression, it means that the string that I can create from um, from this language, each of its pieces, right? So what this means is that this will equal 0 or 1 star, right? And so what is 0 or 1 star really saying? It's saying that if I have a string in 0, 1 star, then if W is equal to the letters A1, A2, A3, AN, right? Then that means that W is in 0 or 1 N, right? Because 0, 1 N is just the all the possible concatenations of 0 or 1s N times, right? So all of these things, the plus operator with the star, the language 0, 1 star, and this idea here, they're all interrelated, okay? And they all convey the same idea that at every position of the string, you don't care what you have, you either have a 0 or a 1. And so once you've established that, right, once you've established what the pattern for it could be anything is, right, that means that here you could have anything, any number of times. Then at some point you have to have the pattern you're looking for, 1, 0, 1. And then following that, again, it's the same thing. You don't care what you have, can be any kind of pattern, right? And so then the final regular expression is some string followed by the pattern you're looking for, 1, 0, 1, followed by any other string, right? So I've started kind of interchanging strings for regular expressions because these two things are directly connected, right? So regular expressions directly denote a language of strings, right? And so this is a regular expression. This is a regular expression that denotes the language L, where L contains strings that have 1, 0, 1 as a substring. Okay.